All right, hello friends, and welcome to the
Four goals
four
that are needed in second leg.
yes, 4-1 that has happened yesterday. Guys, why are we doing this show? क्यों नहीं मेरे को नहीं करने का है. Why the fuck am I sitting at 12:34 a.m. on a Monday night on my day off and doing this? Why, guys? क्यों कर रहे हैं ये लोग? Why are we doing this with our lives? छोड़ो football. I don't think football is worth it this season. I
Why,
am.
why the pain? Why the suffering? Why the boredom?
Look
It's
at the amount of
just
rice being spammed in the chat, Kautuk. Just
the
rice
amount
emoji.
of rice. I just want you guys to know that I have only eaten chapati for the full last 5 days. Only chapati has been eaten.
God, where to
Guys,
begin here?
it's where to even how how do we do this post-mortem of two lackluster clubs?
Yeah, three games which were terrible to watch.
Oh
I mean,
man.
but one game that was great, which was Barca absolutely obliterating Borussia Dortmund, which was very nice.
Dude, by the way, some creepy shit is happening, huh? Like
Oh,
in
what
the
happened?
Copa del Rey, we
Hmm.
have done mirror images of our score lines, Real Madrid and Barca.
Eh?
Then in the league, huh?
Matlab, what do you mean?
Matlab like, so they had won 1-1 and then 4-0. Wait, let me I'll tell you what.
Yeah. In the meanwhile,
Basically,
Ankit B
that-
has said, और मत पेट करो कैरमल को कौतुक.
so basically they had a 4-4 and we had a 1
Oh,
nil.
really? Oh, complete opposite.
Yeah, and then we did a 4-4 and they did a 1-0.
Wow.
And then after that, we lost 3-0, they won 4-0, and then they won 1-0, and
And
then we won 1-0.
you're
Like it's
also like
fine.
ekdam 1-0 against all these kachra teams, the Leganes and all.
I gotta tell you about Deportivo Alaves.
Hmm.
It's such a horror show. By the way, you should have seen what
You play
Mbappe got a
them twice
red.
a season, na?
Yeah.
Nah, so it's a case of Alaves kabhi kabhi. Yes, guys. Hi, I'm Sahil Shah. Yes.
Very niche reference for those of you who were around paying attention to Bollywood
Yes.
in the 2000s. Okay. We should start with the Nemanja Matic Onana comments, I think, just for
Like
long.
if there was anybody doing betting of which are the top going to be top beefs of the year, I don't think anyone saw Nemanja Matic versus Andre Onana.
By the way, usne, I have rarely seen somebody eviscerated that badly in a press
Yeah,
conference
yeah,
because press conferences are usually very bland, like very like
yeah,
since specialist in failure, Jose Mourinho
yeah,
talking about Arsene Wenger saying specialist in failure.
yeah, yeah.
This is, I think, the next one. Can you guys remember any other ghamasan,
Never,
dhamakedar
never.
comments in a press conference? Please tell us.
Yeah,
Oh my
and it's
God!
it's
Wait,
so
I should.
clear that Matic is just that team Dehya कि Dehya मेरा भाई है कुछ नहीं बोलने का.
No, so Azim, can you for those people who were in the dark for some reason, the four people who do not know what this beef was, can you summarize it very quickly?
So Onana was asked कि well, first of all, who is sending Onana for press conference from Manchester United? I don't understand why you have to allow him to speak to anybody. Just keep him locked in one room and make him practice how to catch a ball now. Why you're sending him to do anything else? So anyway, the point is that this Onana was asked ki, oh, will you win the match? And he's like, no, no, but we are a better team than Leon. And then somebody asked Matic and said that, Are Onana said that Leon is not, United is a better team. To which Matic was like, huh? How he can say like this? And then he says that he's the worst goalkeeper in the history of Manchester United, which is just
Yeah,
complete zero
he
fucks.
said, he said ki if Van der Sar or
Yeah, if
Dehya
they had said it.
or, or if anyone else, Schmeichel had said it, I'd be like, yeah, cool, no problem. But this guy, he should first focus on his own keeping before talking about anybody
I wish he had
else.
thrown some more names also around. If he had said, even Bosnich, if he had said it, I would accept. But but इतना खराब यार ये Onana just why are we, dude? You know what is so sad is that when Rashford was leaving the club, he was like, "Oh, I would play Vital over Rashford." When now he should be playing Vital over Onana, who is the goalkeeping coach. Also, bro, I genuinely don't get it. ये ओनाना फकौल है, ये भायंदर फकौल है, दोनों बकवास है.
Oh, by the way, both
Legitimately,
of them. Yeah.
legitimately the
Both of
best
them
keeper
bad.
at the club is fucking Tom Heaton, who is fit and back.
Why aren't they
Why
giving?
do you
Why
not
aren't they
play
giving?
Tom Heaton? He is proven Premier
Yeah,
League
why?
quality. See, Tom Heaton बुढ़ा है, वो टॉप कॉर्नर से नहीं निकालेगा सेव, चलेगा. टॉप कॉर्नर में जाने दे गोल, वो जो बेसिक हाथ में आता है वो तो पकड़ेगा ना.
How old is
Get
Tom
basic.
Heaton?
अरे he must be 39 or something now.
39 है.
अरे but Van der
हाँ
Sar
यार.
joined United at 36, 37, so I don't know.
Correct. 38 है. Yeah, why aren't they playing him?
Yeah, just put fucking Heaton in there. Because at least, like, he has put in so many amazing, huge performances against United only before,
Yeah.
for whatever. And just both are so, they're so difficult to watch, dude. Any shot comes towards them. Onana has no technique. उसको वो कीपर क्यों बनाया उसको?
Yeah, no technique.
क्यों बनाया, क्यों उसको कीपर किसी ने भी? जस्ट लेट हिम प्ले आउटफील्ड. नो, उसको वही करने का है लाइफ में. लेट हिम प्ले सेंटर फॉरवर्ड और व्हाटएवर. क्यों खिला रहा है गोल में?
What is an outfield position where you need reflexes?
Which he
Striker,
doesn't
no?
have.
Which he doesn't have.
He has no technique, he has no reflexes, he has no self-awareness also, clearly, as established from this thing. And then we were like, chalo Bayandar ko leke aayenge. Bayandar also equally bad. Did you see his the goal that we considered because of him in the against Newcastle?
Yeah. We have to talk about both those games, but I thought like we should first
Oh,
start
ये क्या
with
हो गया? Oh, subscriber count के बदले revenue दिखा रहा है. All right, nice. Okay.
by the way, Sidiano also points out that Neuer is also 39, by the way.
Yeah, true.
So what I was going to say, we'll talk about both those games. Let me just think of what this week was, right? This week was horror show against Arsenal. You guys had a
But
shit
what
show
free
against.
kicks यार, what free kicks मानना पड़ेगा.
Then let's start there. Then let's do it.
Full मतलब right-footed Roberto Carlos he has done.
Dude, and the thing is that
And nobody knew,
someone
no, that he was a free kick taker at all before this.
no, so he's taken some like someone made a compilation of his last 13 free kicks. Apart
Oh,
from
dude,
these two,
this last 13 had become added to my algorithm also. Last 13 Onana mistakes, last 13 free kicks, last 13 Lenny Euro one-on-ones. There are statistics that nobody is really asking for, but this guy is like, I will find 13 of them.
and exactly 13. But yeah, Declan Rice. But okay, let me start by saying that as a Madrid fan, I must say that we deserved to lose. That it was 3-0 through two free kicks doesn't matter. We deserve to lose by
Y'all
some
created
scoreline.
nothing, no? Zero.
Nothing, zero. Like there was like so going into Emirates, relatively buoyant. Like we've been like Champions League again, we've done voodoo magic, gotten through City, gotten through like Atletico, like done a bunch of like things, right? Reached. Now at this point, like you're looking at Arsenal. Now here's the thing, right? I've been saying this. In fact, like so I watched this game with a friend of mine. His name is Ankit. We've been like I mentioned him before because
Yes.
he was the Arsenal fan, and in our entire friendship, we've never had a Real Madrid versus Arsenal game.
Yeah.
So this was the first one. So I was watching it with him, and man, like I was telling him this. I was ranting to so many people this whole week about the same thing. That Real Madrid this whole season have been they're properly back to the Galactico era, where you are fully reliant on individual brilliance. There is no way that you can make this team tactically good because you have not one but two luxury players. You have Mbappe and Vinicius who are both unwilling to do anything defensively. On top of that, you have Lucas Vazquez, who okay, Chal wasn't there in this one as much, but no, wait, he was, wasn't he?
He was there, no? Was he not?
He was there. He was there. On top of that, you have Lucas Vasquez. Where to go? 1 second. Sorry. So we've had. I'm just opening the. No, we didn't. He was on the bench. Valverde was on the right. Correct. So, but in general, you have Lucas Vasquez, who's the opposite of a luxury player, but like in the sense that he does defensive work, but you don't want him to.
Yeah.
So, um, so
And
you
also,
have
you all have
like this,
conceded to Arsenal without a striker with Mikel Merino.
and we'll talk about that goal also. But like the point is that, dude, like, so the point I was making was throughout this whole week is that like eventually individual brilliance, when you put it against a team that is tactically astute, right? That is like really well drilled, well coached. They will make life hell for you. They will find your weaknesses and they will like
Yeah.
really test you, right? They've suffocated us, bro. There was nothing. There was nothing going. Like I've not seen one. You know something? Honestly, Azim, I saw your United game yesterday, and it was bad. It
Yeah.
was bad, but there was still patterns of play. There was still
Really? You
like
saw?
triangles being made. Yes, yes, yes. Triangles being made, people making some kind of structured passing, which I have longed for because I saw it right after the Real Madrid Deportivo Alaves game where bro, I have started looking at an Indian real estate subreddit while this game is going on because it was so bad. So bad. Like real estate news, more
Wow.
interesting. Deportivo Alaves versus Real Madrid. When we come to that in a bit. Anyway, so this Real Madrid game, right? You're all over the place. You have there's no game plan. There was just it's literally, we joke about Carlo Ancelotti just being vibes. We joke about just eyebrow being raised and games being won. Bro, if he had 7 eyebrows and he raised all of them, you would not win this game.
So
Right? Like now,
is Mbappe the problem?
no, I mean Mbappe is not the problem. It
But
is
he is the
like
problem because now he has come to Real Madrid. Real Madrid can't win Champions League. PSG looking very much like winning Champions League without Mbappe.
PSG, I think is my favorite for this season. I genuinely think PSG will take it. We should talk about that also. PSG and Barca, I think, are
Yeah, yeah.
number one
Barca
and
to
two
looking tasty.
in my list. So this Madrid side just woeful. Then you've thrown in Alaba, right? Who is just coming back from like a
Yeah,
season-long
not
injury.
looking like.
Who is he? And who is he up against? Bukayo Saka. What is this confidence, bro? Where is it coming from? ये क्या है? Meaning, Ancelotti क्या ऐसे like, what does he do? Like, does he? It's so strange and like vibes based. It's so
But
bizarre.
Alaba is looking thoda. Oh my goodness me.
What?
Oh, your worst nightmare has arrived, Kautuk.
Oh no. Oh no.
Array, covered the hour,
Oh
covered the man.
no.
Hello,
Yes,
friend.
come
Oh
on,
no.
Tushar, let's
Tushar,
go.
Ah. This is,
Tushar,
this is a
I,
very strange experience because on this podcast, Kautuk and I have generally been like Chile in India.
Yeah.
हमारा कुछ लेना देना नहीं है एक दूसरे से, पर हाय हेलो होता है कभी कभी, and then all of a
Tushar,
sudden this happens. Oh my
I
God.
want to start off by apologizing for any past cockiness, any past jibes, or any. I hold Arsenal in high esteem. You know this always.
Well, to be fair, I also never expected this. You have those dream scenarios, right? When matches start, like I hope यार कुछ सा miracle हो जाए और ऐसा 3 गोल 4 गोल 5 गोल हो जाए, and this suddenly I'm like ये हो रहा है क्या? ये कैसे हो रहा है? It
Bro,
just
and
blew my mind.
sandwich between two 1-1 draws or one
Yeah.
1-0 you lost.
There was somebody had a tweet the other day. No, both were draws.
Yeah,
And
1-1.
somebody put up this, Everton this, and Brentford this, and Real Madrid 3-0. It's like Arsenal are like Robin Hood. They steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Bro, but I was just telling Azim and everyone watching that basically, if you had to sum up this game from a Madrid perspective, we got outplayed by it was individual brilliance versus tactical rigor, and tactical rigor just bossing out
Yeah.
individual brilliance. Like there
The
was
thing,
no plan
yeah.
that we came with at all. Like nothing.
No, I think, and you know, the one thing that I've noticed, or at least over the last 3 years, that like Arsenal have been challenging for things, at least for various parts of the season. Um, the good thing with Arteta has been he gets screwed against the defensive teams. He doesn't get screwed
Yeah.
against the attacking ones. Like if you see even his record against the big teams, like the big six of the EPL, he hasn't lost
Yeah,
to any of the big six since I think for the last 2.5 years at least.
Hmm.
And like Chelsea,
yeah.
Chelsea तो 4 साल से नहीं आ रहा है. So tactically, good job. I think I just wish again. This also shows you that if they had bought well in the summer, the things that could have been possible in
Yeah.
various competitions as well. But oh my
Also, I
God,
don't
this
think
was so
you
much.
planned for these many injuries, right? To that many key players. Like I think it
No,
was
I don't think any club can. Like
Yeah.
this
can.
is,
Yeah.
and again, this is what like this is what really irritates me about a lot of people. They're like, "Arey, Arsenal had this chance this year," which they did. Obviously, this should have ideally been the year that they should have done it.
Hmm.
But by अभी अगर तेरा if you're starting, you're still starting with Mikel Moreno as your
Yeah.
striker,
As
a
no,
man who has
somebody in
never
chat
played as a
says
striker.
Mikel Nazario.
Nazario. So, fun fact: ever since he started playing as striker, he's apparently the second or the third best striker in the Premier League,
Oh
as in
wow.
amongst the Premier League players in all competitions.
Dude, the strike he hit against Madrid was so good, man.
Yeah.
That was such a beautiful
Mikel
strike. That
Marino.
was so
Can
Yeah,
I
beautiful.
tell you
but
one
has
fun fact?
this Declan Rice scored free kicks before in his life?
Never. This is
Never.
the
Not
first time
like
he has
why?
scored
And just
leg
what
free
free
kicks.
kicks? He's never going to kick a ball like that in his life again.
So apparently, I saw this on a couple of channels where there was this dude at the stadium, and he was tweeting that Declan's been taking free kicks for the last 10 minutes, and every single one of them has gone into the top corner.
Oh.
So it turns out he was clearly planning for this in some way.
Bro, Madrid came fully prepped for corners
Yeah.
and zero prep for free kicks. Like free kick
And
तो
you
नहीं
know the
मारेंगे.
funny thing
That's good
is,
ना.
the funny thing is for start of the season, Arsenal do corner, goals go. But in the last 20, 25 matches, Arsenal have barely scored from a corner.
Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not scoring. It's like सबने नजर लगा दी है और नहीं हो रहा है अभी.
Bro,
अरे
क्या दर्द हुआ है. Press
but
resistant midfielder points out. Arsenal fans shouting at Real Madrid saying, "Are you Tottenham in disguise?"
I was like, please don't make us regret this at the
oh,
Bernabeu.
man.
Nahi,
But
yaar, Tushar, I feel, I feel like you can't, I mean, obviously you cannot fully. There's always like that, that
Yeah.
very
Madrid
outside
and
chance.
Champions League is
Yeah. Outside of, I mean, there is black magic and voodoo, but outside of that, there is no chance. Because, like, honestly, when I saw that match, there was nothing I could say in defense of Madrid. Like, there's nothing you could say, oh, it was, 3-0 is very flattering to Arsenal. None of that. Even if it was free kicks, you still deserve to go out of the way. So
Dude,
I
and
genuinely like it was so bad.
Courtois had the game. Courtois had the game of his life. Otherwise,
yes,
it could have
I
been.
was
Yeah.
just going to say that. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, without him,
It could
this
have
was
been.
like a 6-0.
Yeah, this was, and what I loved. I mean, of course, the 3 goals were amazing, but after a really long time, maybe I don't know, 15 years or something, this is the first time I'm seeing an Arsenal team that's playing a big team on a big stage, and they were calm. They were
Yeah.
not like otherwise they get either too emotional or they get bogged
Yeah.
down, or like it's literally after 12 to
Yeah.
15 years, I think, where
This is
they're
like
like,
the last time you all had
we
beaten
belong here.
Real only, no, on the way to the Champions League final.
Yeah, 2006 वाले में.
Where वो मेरा आते रहता है वो Thierry Henry aura का reel आते रहता
Thierry
है
Henry.
of him running the flank and
And
walking away.
and that
Yeah.
that was
And
the
that was at the
final.
Bernabeu, huh? 1-0
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
Bernabeu.
Yeah, and that was the
And the
final
final
that
they lost to Barca.
Yeah.
that's the final that
Jens
Henry realized I have
Lehmann.
to go to Barca to win
Yeah.
anything.
No, but you
Yeah,
realize, so even in that final, Henry still talks about that final because he missed two fairly open goal chances.
Yeah.
He's like मेरे को अभी तक nightmare आते हैं उस चीज के क्योंकि मेरे हाथ में था वो. We could have
Did
been
he
2-0
win the
up or 3-0
Champions
up
League?
with Barca, yes,
Yeah.
in
He
2009.
did, no?
Yeah, with Barca.
Beat
So
United
he's like,
only,
yeah,
no?
he still says, I still get nightmares about that thing where I could have scored 2 goals in the final and we could have been 2 or 3-0 up, but I fucked up.
Bro, Madrid,
it was-
sorry, just on a tangent, we'll come back to this obviously, but on a tangent, Madrid have completely destroyed that, like the statistical imbalance that they've created. Na? Like earlier, like Henry, for example, like the fact that he won one Champions League, at the end, it was still like, oh, you know, I completed, it
Yeah.
was crowning achievement, I finished, thank God I got one. And then Madrid comes and Nacho has 6, and then you're like, you're like, क्या
Yeah,
एक से
they've
कुछ?
completely destroyed. Yeah, they've destroyed that thing completely.
But speaking of Nacho, I
But
feel like
yeah,
one
so
worth bringing up. Sorry, just to finish this thing.
uh,
About there's 3 main players who I think are missing from this Madrid squad, right? And the difference it creates. Joselu, Tony Cruz, and Nacho. Right? Those 3 players in a line, right? Like almost like a spine. You've missed that whole 3 this season. Like in terms of leadership, Nacho and solidity at the back. Then you have just dictation of tempo and game with Cruz, and then one box threat when you can just like put a cross in and hope that someone connects with a Joselu. Now you have 2 players of the same profile in the box, dude. They're doing nothing. Nothing.
But it's your midfield
And
that's not
Carvajal, sorry,
working,
as
no,
Jay
right
points
now.
out. Yes, and Carvajal.
So now
and
is
I don't know
the question that is the thing that was it Cruz all along who was the most important midfielder?
Of the
Was-
Trimurti.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite possible. Quite
But
possible.
it's also a function of that. Like, for example, like if you see, like if I had to use the Arsenal example, when you have Saliba and Gabriel together, they are fucking incredible. But the moment one of them goes, despite both of them individually being very high quality, it just doesn't work as well because the other guy sort of balances and complements the other one out, which is sort of what Cruz and Modric did to each other in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just it's there's just apart from like setting the tempo and like controlling a game, there's also a little bit of like a lack of creativity
Oh my
because you have
goodness, it's all happening. It is all
all happening.
happening. It's all
the
happening.
fuck it feels like I'm watching Royal Rumble. What the fuck?
Whoa, whoa,
And every
whoa.
time another guy comes with a steel chair. Oh shit.
Hi,
Oh no.
what's up?
Oh no. Nothing much. Nothing much.
This is like this Raw versus SmackDown is happening over here.
अनिर्बान
Yes.
स्पेशली ऐसा लेट नाइट जाग के आया है वहां से.
हाँ फुल मैन मैं
अनिर्बान-
वापस
कितना 1-2 बजा होगा.
अभी हाँ
हम लोग दोनों
इधर
है ना, हम लोग के लिए
लोग
दोनों एक
दोनों
बजे
एक ही जगह आई थिंक वी आर 10 minutes away
अच्छा यार also.
Yeah.
I just watched the highlights again before joining otherwise वो allowed
Oh, no. नहीं अरे Anirban, this is not a football conversation. Yeah.
oh अच्छा
We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out.
Life and philosophy.
Yeah.
But
How are
yeah,
things?
Anirban already just today we went to the beach today and Anirban I could see when he met me only had such glee in his face, not because Liverpool have won but because United have been beaten 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah. This Anirban does not care about titles Liverpool wins. He's like, how much lower can United go on the table?
oh man it's my
No,
favorite
but
thing
this, yeah.
मैं तो रूम में आके कल like I saw the results रूम में आके like the first thing I saw was the 4-1 highlights on Optus Sports.
Yes.
Just say,
Arey, dude, you
it's
won't.
so good to see Man United highlights on a different network.
No, someone I saw a reel where someone pointed out where United's points are exactly half of Liverpool.
Oh, 38.
Ah.
I also checked this.
38-76.
Best part is United का goal difference negative में है.
वो तो पिछले 2 सीजन से है, तो there's nothing new. But
Oof.
fuck, yeah, it's just brutal. Like, so I today was so last night there's the F1 also for me, and it was at 1 a.m. United game was 1:30, so I watched the F1. And I was like, so I'll wake up in the morning, I'll download the match from that subreddit without any spoiler. मैं डाउनलोड पे डाल दिया, I started making breakfast and all. And then वो मसल मेमोरी फोर्स ऑफ हैबिट से इंस्टाग्राम खुल जाता है ना, और मैं इंस्टाग्राम खुल गया और मैं 4-1 देखा, immediately I stopped download. I was like, I mean, eventually I did watch the entire game, like, but like soda passively. But fuck, dude, kaisa just, and so bad. Like the performance was so bad. Newcastle so dominant. The XG of Newcastle also was like 3.2. United 0.6. एक fluke का goal मारा. Then the one guy who was of any attacking threat, वो भी injure हो गया, Xerxes.
Dude, it was the Bruno derby.
Because
yes.
नहीं बोल तुझा.
No, you gotta hand it to Eddie Howe, because this is still at least 60% that Steve Bruce team.
Yes, exactly. And which is why again comes to my point about Ruben Amorim being कि ये नहीं आता है इसको. Dude, did you see the thing that Sky Sports put out of Ruben Amorim? It felt like a scene from The Office. I'm not making it up. Like they were saying कि Bruno, what's his name? Yeah, Ruben Amorim has said that he watches the game from afar and he doesn't actively take part in the training sessions. And it is just comical. It is almost like a scene from The Office where they are showing Ruben Amorim literally watching like from behind a fence, which is 100 meters away from the training pitch. So that like just literally one lone man standing from behind a fence, like pretending like he can't be seen and just like peeking at what's going on. And they're not even doing like in-game tactics or whatever that he's seeing from a distance. They're doing like some warm-up exercises and shit. And he's watching that from 100 meters away. So I don't understand what this dude is doing, dude.
Dude, I was telling Azim this earlier that why aren't we not talking about the fact that now we are going to be 2020 in the Premier League, title race. We are back on the perch.
Listen, we are sharing the perch for now, which you will take. You will knock us off.
But to be fair, the fact that they have 6 or 7 Champions Leagues kind of pushes them over.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are correct. 100%. As accurate as Declan Rice.
Listen, what about the one Europa League we have? All right.
Hey, we also have one UEFA Cup.
They also have.
Shah, you were, damn it.
They have UEFA Cup. Oh, Michael Owen ke time wala.
Fuck, dude,
yeah, no, so Anirban, you guys are what, like 2 wins away from
3
the Premier
wins.
League? 6 points.
2
3
wins.
wins. 2 wins, huh?
2 wins.
यार ये वाला सीजन इतना
Yeah, तुम लोग का
अच्छा है
पिछले.
कि चैंपियंस
because Arsenal can only get to 81 points, so Liverpool are at 76, so they just need 2 wins.
So, what are you saying, DG?
This season is so good that Champions League में हारा भी फर्क नहीं पड़ा. फिर वो न्यूकासल के साथ भी हारा, फर्क नहीं पड़ा. अभी वो मेरे को वो मिला था काई हम्फ्रीज.
Yes, we met Kai Humphries at
and he was showing कि by the way, he was showing me Newcastle ka, like, bus parade. Like,
yes, we were there at the festival club together.
And then he was comparing
Arsenal.
Arsenal. London is empty.
Yeah, like he showed the Newcastle parade. It looked like bloody just absolute Dadar station X5 at rush hour. And Arsenal का बस परेड में ऐसा 20 लोग खड़ा.
Arsenal का बस में तो वो बस भी नहीं था, वो लंदन का ही वो रेड बस था बस. डबल डेकर. It was public transport. वो मेरे को सब न्यूकासल दिखा रहा था. I was like, अरे इतना आगे है लीग में कि कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता.
Oh, we haven't done a stream since last week. Now, by the way, so I don't know if you all know, but this week Anirban and me played a season ball cricket match.
Oh my God! It was
India, Australia comics versus rest of world, and we took it to the last over.
Yes.
And what was amazing is that I batted and bowled like with the proper Azim Akram returned to the pitch.
Proper left arm.
I'm assuming the fact that you said we took it to the last over meant that you guys lost.
Yes, we did. Yeah. That's what you, of course.
It was also by design we took it to the last over because the game was this, that every pair will play 3 overs no matter what. Okay? 2 batsmen will play 3 overs, and if the wicket falls,
it's -2 runs. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
Oh,
great.
nice.
we scored something. They chased it down in 14 overs.
It's a
But then
15
we
over
still
match.
played then we still played the 15th over, because if we got one wicket, they would be -2 again. Then
Yeah.
again they have to score winning run.
Yeah. And in fairness,
Wow.
we lost because of me because I dropped 3 catches.
No, I don't think we
Oh,
lost because of you. No.
Yeah. Are dude, but
Arey,
this
Azim Onana.
yeah, I shit, yeah, don't remind. Don't say this. This is the worst thing anybody could call me this week.
What did you call
He
him?
said Azim Onana.
Azim Onana.
No, but dude, it's also just the thing of ki I don't know if the ball that we were playing with was particularly hard or whatever, but ऐसा वो muscle memory of catching चला ही गया. It's like the ball would
The
just hit
catching,
the palm so hard and like it still hurts my hand from
off
like
me.
Wednesday. Yeah.
catches were very difficult when this Dharamshala Cricket League happened. Not a single catch was taken that weekend. Okay, full 2-day match. We were like, any other form of dismissal, please do.
अरे but हम लोग का rest of the world was full one Lagan team, dude. There was
Oh, man, it was
Anirban who has played like in the last 1 year. There was me who has played 20 years ago. There were two New Zealand guys who were damn good, Guy and Paul Williams.
They were saviors.
Yeah, and then there were 5 just Lagan Asian Singaporean never played
Asians.
cricket in their life.
I would say
Never played cricket.
In their
never
life.
played cricket.
There was a guy
Warm
called
body
Sam
type.
C who was batting in a suit. I'm not even kidding.
Suit and jeans.
Yes. And pads and gloves, imagine.
It was incredible. And it was like, one of those matches, one of those test matches where there are 5 debuts.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh man. But it was actually a lot of fun. We're trying to do football also next week at some point.
football
Although,
ek din, I think, karte ho, man. I don't know.
Anirban, but dude, also everybody was just dead from just the cricket.
Wow.
Anirban took 2 days to recover from the match.
Oh, absolutely. 2 full days. मैं next day गया, एक शो पे बैठा हुआ था, and मैं ऐसे ऐसे हंसा तो मेरा रिब्स दुखने लग गया. तो ऐसे लग रहा था कि oh shit, मेरे को क्या हार्ट अटैक आने वाला है क्या? मतलब I just stopped in the middle of a comedy show. And normally in comedy shows you do that, like, thigh slap. That so I cannot even think of doing. Thigh already gone.
अरे dude, Anirban
Imagine.
told me that he signed me up for the match. तो मैं literally, I'm not even kidding, ये room में ऐसे 5 times a day में ऐसा exercise किया है
Oh man,
to prepare for bowling.
I think that
3
was
days
the
later.
difference.
Yeah,
Oh
it was
man,
good. But what are you asking, Gautam?
No, I was just saying ki, like, it's so sad if you pull a hamstring while doing stand-up. खड़े खड़े
अरे जर्सी किया ना
It's like now out
against
for the
Newcastle.
season.
Xerxes
Yeah.
out for the season. वही था ना जो वो ऐसे रोलिंग पास किया था, वो हाइलाइट्स में दिखा रहे.
Yeah. अरे but बेचारा वो एक अच्छा backheel. The only good move that United did in against Newcastle was that only, that Xerxes and Bruno Fernandes backheel.
हाँ. So he got injured later in the match.
He got hamstring. So अभी now all our hopes are on Hojlund, dude. वो इतना खराब है यार Hojlund. I don't know what to say anymore.
who scored what? He's 3 goals
Who
in 16
cares what
games?
he scored? He's so bad. He has nothing. He
Yes,
can't score. He can't hold up the ball. He's not physical. He has no pace. What is his attribute? वो सिर्फ वो celebration merchant है. He practices all the celebrations that he can't do because he never scores a fucking goal.
He has scored less goals this season than Mikel Merino in the last 2 months.
Imagine,
Oh, yeah.
dude, 3 Premier League goals. ऐसा कुछ striker होता है यार.
Dude, I'm so good. It's best.
और मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता, why do United always find these guys and then they're like 90 million ले लो, 70 million ले लो, 150 million
That's
ले
true.
लो, like
This is the Ed Woodward philosophy, no? These were the Ed Woodward, Richard Arnold days. But
I
apparently
just-
now one more, that Jean-Claude Blanc also has been sacked.
Jean-Claude Blanc.
हाँ, one of the other
अच्छा, हाँ,
directors.
एक आया था ना
वो
नया.
उसको भी गया है.
उसको भी
वो
हटा
भी
दिया.
गया है. So I don't know what is going on at this
season
club.
ticket holders को भी हटा दिया.
हाँ.
It's
Nice.
just, it's absolute carnage and cartoon, this club. Yeah.
By
This is
the way,
what it
can
is.
I tell
Jean-Claude
you-
Blanc has stepped away from his role as director as per company's house. At present, there is no information as to why.
Azim, can I tell you what's going to happen?
No, but sure.
What's going to happen is, in the summer, Amorim is going to get 200 million pounds to
From
spend.
where? From which
Wait,
financial fair play will
you're going
allow
to
this?
sell Marcus Rashford and like 3-4 other players. Get
Anthony is
200
तो
million.
कितना
Betis
मिलेगा
want full Anthony.
So थोड़ी
They
मिलेगा
will Anthony. The Betis are
हाँ,
willing to give 50 million for Anthony right now.
Really
Anthony,
sick.
They,
Marcus
they are
Rashford,
unbeaten
Onana,
since
none of the players.
Anthony has joined, and he's been absolutely ripping it up in La Liga.
Yeah, Isco has fallen in love with him and stuff. So, so what's going to happen is 200 million to Amorim, who will buy left wing backs, right wing backs, ball playing goalkeepers, one striker, and some fucking random tucked in tens. Okay.
Huh.
Then what's going to happen is that Amorim is going to get sacked. So the next guy
Yeah.
is stuck with all of these
With
players.
17 wingbacks.
And then come December, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to be like, sorry, I'm resigning. And then you'll be back to the Glazers.
Yeah. Glazers who then bring Alex Ferguson out of retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they go back to David Moyes.
Dude, who was it? Was it Liverpool or City who were looking at Amorim as a potential replacement?
Liverpool.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
City.
Liverpool.
City also.
I'm telling you, लिवरपूल ने ऐसा जानबूझ के खेला है, उन लोगों का कोई प्लान नहीं था, उन लोगों को ऐसा यूनाइटेड को दिखाने का था कि देखो हमने देखा है अच्छा वाला है,
Oh,
एंड यूनाइटेड लगा रहे लिवरपूल पर ट्राइंग तो भाई अपन ले सकते हैं इसको.
oh no, dude, my favorite comment of the week was on that video where Amorim is standing far away and watching. My friend sent me this. His like top comment was that he said, if Amorim stands far enough away, Hojlund starts to look like Gyökeres. It was so funny, dude.
Man.
But क्या करने
it's
वाला है?
a-
I don't even. Do you
it's
know? I've reached the
unreal.
point where Manchester United has gone out of my algorithm only entirely. Like now, I'm really starting to feel like what all the Liverpool fans have felt like for that. You know, that one lull, the what I like to call the Andre Voronin years.
Yes, I would like to call El Hadji Joof.
Oh yes,
United.
El
yeah,
Hadji
Juve.
Juve. Fuck.
That's the United era right now.
Yeah.
Joof.
Like I as
But-
an Arsenal fan, I have lots of trauma, but this is just अलग ही लेवल का trauma चल
नहीं
रहा है.
अच्छा है मेरा तो
ए,
अभी एल्गोरिथम
हाँ।
में मैन यूनाइटेड आ गया है.
Tushar, gotta
तेरे
ask you,
उसमें
like, who is your
Sorry?
in Arsenal? Who are your like Voronin,
Trauma
El Hadji Diouf?
players.
Who are your trauma players? कौन है तुम लोग के उसमें से?
Abu Dhabi.
Squadron Mustafi.
Oh yes.
Mustafi. Oh yes.
Abu Dhabi, to be fair, he was good, but बहुत injured था, so he got
हाँ, उसका
But he was actually good when he played.
Hmm.
Then this one.
That guy, dude, the guy with Gervinho.
Gervinho.
Oh my god.
Then
Danielson.
Andre Santos.
Andre
Santos.
Santos.
इंडिया में आया, इंडिया में भी रिजेक्ट किया उसको कि इतना गंदा खेलता है, तू इंडिया में भी नहीं खेल सकता. Then apparently he was playing in Brazil and he played so badly he got beaten up by fans, bro. Like it's insane. Like his home fans beat him. Then there was who else? There were so many bad ones.
Mertesacker?
Public बोल रहा है. Nicolas Pepe was, I think, symbolic of a.
Nicolas Pepe. To be fair to him, he got screwed with the price tag. Actually, he wasn't a 70
ये
million
दो
player.
स्ट्राइकर आए थे ना, पेपे और एक और कौन था दूसरा?
Chagas.
वो slightly better.
Lucas Perez.
No. Huh?
Lacazette.
Lacazette. Yeah,
Really?
Lacazette was.
But Lacazette still, he had decent
something.
hold-up play.
Yeah,
कुछ
yeah.
करता था और ऐसा
Ooh,
मतलब
that
सबको
the
खुशी
right
करता
word
था.
has the right one has come. Squillaci.
Squillaci. Oh my
Squillaci.
Oh
Oh.
my God. Yaya Sanogo.
Oh yeah, I
just
remember when he was
played
the
3
solution.
matches.
Yaya Sanogo. Wow.
And again, just Bentner, who again had like 6
Lord
good
Lord
ones.
Bentner as they
Lord
call him.
Bentner, sorry,
Yes.
Lord Bentner.
There was a guy called Holdini. What?
What?
Holding.
Holding.
Holding. Oh yeah, Rob Holding. Uska to
Rob Holding.
he went through.
Holdini.
Oh, because like Maldini and Holding.
फिर और कौन था? कार्ल जेनकिंसन. फिर ये पता है, इतने सारे
These are some
लोग
names.
पता नहीं कैसे
See, this
लोग
Real
इन लोगों
Madrid
ने-
never has this. Like you never have a
Oh, we've
Jenkinson.
had a few.
डेनिस सुआरेज आया था, एक गेम खेल के चला गया क्योंकि इंजर्ड
Oh,
था.
yeah,
वहाँ पे था,
Dennis
डेनिस
Suarez.
सुआरेज. फिर
Liverpool
they bought injured. Kim Kallstrom, injured player.
Kim
Oh, yeah,
Kallstrom भी
yeah,
आया
yeah,
था.
yeah,
सही
Shit.
player था.
भाई क्या क्या होता था तुम सोच
Dude,
नहीं सकते क्या क्या देखा
We
है
had a
हमने.
guy We had a guy called Royston Drenthe.
Yes.
Oh yes, I know. He became a I'm saying he was convicted rapist and all, no, later apparently.
Like it
Full
was,
criminal he was.
Oh,
he was touted to be a wonder kid.
Yeah.
अपन सिर्फ kid देखा, wonder तो देखा ही नहीं.
Wonder
And then
You
and then he
wondered
just
कि when will
disappeared.
this kid become something?
Wonder kid तो.
Real Madrid का वो time था ना जिसमें they used to like just change managers like every 6 months.
Yeah. One guy called Wanderley Luxembourg
Yes.
had
Luxembourg.
yeah. Then he wandered out.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy came from Brazil and he was given one full Galactico team. Okay, now you figure out how to get Luis Figo and David Beckham in the same squad. Enjoy.
He was, as managers go, Luxembourg was a wonder kid.
No, and Real was so weird back then. Del Bosque था ना, the one who won the Real
Del Bosque
Champions League.
2002 तक था.
2006, yeah. And I'm like, Del Bosque लीग पे लीग जीत रहा है. Del Bosque एक चैंपियंस लीग जीत गया है.
Champions League
And
जीता.
I'm like, इसका भाई बच्चा नहीं, इसको निकाल दो.
हाँ.
And then
Dude,
you
अभी
get all
अपन
these
वही
people.
करने वाले ना with Ancelotti. Like the thing is the demand for success is so high that hey, you won it what 2 seasons ago? Champions League? Shut the fuck up. Enough. Like how can you not win it the next season? Get out. You're past it. Yeah, has been.
Wow.
So
Insane.
we had Jesse Rodriguez. We had
वो कौन था
Yes.
वो एक
we had one guy called Emerson who really
Juan de
looked like,
Ramos also.
no, just Google this guy called Emerson. He literally, I swear to God, he looks like at a wedding, one of those mamas who dances with a glass on his head.
Is this the Brazilian Emerson? I think.
He's a very odd man.
But the main question, DG, is that what does Dad feel about this situation this season?
Dad is not happy at all.
Dad is not happy that you're 10 points clear.
Dad is so angry. Dad has ignored the fact that we are 10 points full season. All I've been telling Dad is like, no firepower, no finisher, no defender, bad team, bad management. And I'm like, but this year is gone. No, this year we have like met our expectation, more than our expectation. So what? Good teams are not built like this, and like he is fully like
He
Can
should be
your
a Madrid
dad-
supporter, dude.
Can your dad join Manchester United board
I swear, yes,
to
that's the
replace
attitude
Jean-Claude Blanc? We get Mr.
That's full
Dasgupta.
attitude. Dad is not happy at all. Like, abhi last minute jeeta to like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough for him. It's like, why aren't we winning 5-0? Where are we in the Champions League? We got knocked out in the Champions League. I didn't even remember it one day later. But Dad is like so angry.
Such privileges.
Yeah, Anil,
Speaking of management,
bol.
I am excited by the fact that Andre Berta has come to Arsenal from Atletico as director of football.
Oh.
No, it's fitting with the because anyway Arsenal slowly are becoming one chain gang club and तुम लोग ऐसा corner kick पे सब मस्त लोगों को लाफा मार रहे हैं. So I think that Atletico Madrid का culture is perfect.
Rowdy Rathore.
Someone Arsenal is going to go to Bernabeu and play the most Simeone-est of Simeone game ever played.
Bro, Danny Ceballos was asked of all. By the way, you know what we've done before Danny Ceballos? After we have lost 3-0, right? They have sent Raul Asensio, a guy who used to play for the youth team until like last year. They've sent him. कि तू जाके face कर media को in front of them. You defend the club, youth player. So
Listen, that is still better than sending Onana to a press conference.
Oh shit.
True. So anyways, they asked Danny Ceballos, okay, what are your chances? So he says, dude, everything hinges on what happens in the first 15 minutes. So if we score one, game on. If we don't, then you're going to choke us. Like ऐसा धीरे-धीरे गला दबा के खत्म कर दोगे तुम लोग.
My favorite thing is now all these Real fan accounts on Twitter and Insta, no, they're now making up stuff. Real have decided to close the roof for the match to create atmosphere.
Yeah, that
Real
yeah.
have
So
decided
sad. So sad.
Real have decided to only let ultras inside the stadium. मतलब यही rumors चल रहा है
Dude,
सब जगह.
now you know what else I'll tell you what all they'll do. The next thing they'll come out with is Arsenal team bus, beware. We are waiting for you. Right? When the bus comes, they'll fucking intimidate you. Then
No, wait. The comments in the chat are Rice cooks better with the lid closed.
oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, let him cook.
Oh
Let him
man.
cook.
Ram has
Aye.
destroyed. What a great comment.
But
He's really
Kautuk has
lovely.
your heritage through 442 has been misadventures with fried rice.
Yeah, dude.
So
Yeah, who
if
knew?
you all are not aware, basically every time we would do a live screening, and the team that Kautuk was supporting would be losing, somebody would buy him fried rice, and then the team would start winning. So this happened to us in
Yes,
the
Miraculously.
yes. This happened in Habitat.
yes,
Habitat also.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Twice it happened. Once at
Oh,
Habitat, once at the other social. Then we
Dada
tried
social.
tried hard during the Liverpool game, but I think it was no fried rice could have recovered from that scoreline.
No, that guy signed fried rice when Liverpool was 6-0 up.
Yeah.
that's too much.
I think like
Yeah.
even for fried rice, I mean, we gotta so but yeah, I think second leg also. I don't think, by the way, I don't think Madrid have ever come back from a 3-0 like
Team
3-0.
apparently they haven't.
Madrid is all
But you
watching.
know, if there
Penalty
is
a
one club
favor Real Madrid.
against whom, if there is one club against whom you can do this possible, it is that club from London,
Yeah.
which is known for these things.
I
Cup
hope
Tuesday
it's
night,
like,
eh?
Wednesday night.
नहीं,
I hope
Wednesday.
5
I
a.m.
hope कि 3-3 कर दे और फिर वापस आर्सेनल 4-3 कर दे.
मैं मर जाऊंगा निर्मल.
मैं भी
I
मर
will
जाऊंगा
die.
यार
Yeah.
निर्मल.
I don't need this in my life. I am तो just like भाई आर्टेटा बस लेके जा पार्क कर दे बस.
Bro, ये सारे
11 डिफेंडर डाल दे.
इस season ना every midfielder we have let go of have come back and fucking buzz out us. We went to Betis and Isco put on one masterclass.
Yes.
Then we go to Arsenal. Odegaard puts on one like Zidane reborn. Fucking
Yeah.
कितना अच्छा था यार Odegaard.
Dude, but,
Odegaard was so good, dude.
no, but funnily enough, even though he didn't score, Saka was so fucking good in that game. Oh my god.
Yeah,
मतलब
Saka was.
unfortunately he doesn't have a classic striker, वरना 3 गोल तो वो ऐसे ही उसके crosses में से जाते थे.
But dude, Courtois
Saka
looked
just
like he was
playing
getting
around.
older as the game progressed. You know, you could see he looked more and more haggard. उसका दाढ़ी बढ़ रहा था with every passing minute.
Yeah. Dude, you're playing with one left back who has not played for 1 year. You're playing with one right back who's actually a midfielder, meaning and one Asensio who is a youth product. So the only proper like in form, well-oiled defender was Rudiger. So we've still managed something, but
Okay, chal. So
I
then,
mean,
Kautuk, what do you need? This season, chalo, assume is over. You're out of Champions League. Barca taking La Liga. What do you need? 3 players, if you were to choose, to get to, or 3 positions that needs to be fixed to fix the club, or more.
first right back. First right back.
Right back. What the Trent आ रहा है ना? Yeah. How do you feel about this, Anirban? Trent going?
Little bad actually. Very bad. How can he do this?
I love the progression of this. Little bad, very bad. How can he do this? The graph of this is spectacular.
अरे यार वो तो मतलब लोकल बॉय है यार.
बट अनिर्बान मेरे को बताना जरा कि लाइक वो डिफेंड तो नहीं करता है ना.
हाँ डिफेंड नहीं करता बट ही इज सो गुड लाइक जस्ट हैविंग हिम लाइक ऑन द पिच एनीथिंग कैन हैपन. कम ऑन वो लाइक प्ले मेकर है वो नो मैटर व्हाट प्ले पोजीशन ही प्लेज इन एंड ही शुड लाइक व्हाई कांट ही लाइक साइन लाइक अ फेक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एंड लाइक बी लाइक कि अरे रियल मैड्रिड से जस्ट ऐसा होता है ना कभी कभी हम लोग कोई शो करते हैं और बोलते हैं टोकन अमाउंट दे दो लाइक एटलीस्ट टोकन अमाउंट दे दो यार मतलब कम ऑन मैन.
No, dude, by the way, this very thing has been the downfall. I mean, at least the reason this season has gone so poorly has been this. I don't know what the fuck. Like it's like Real Madrid have read Donald Trump's book Art of the Deal, and they're like, अभी हम लोग खर्चा करेंगे ही नहीं. अब हम like they filter कि
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट
players
खत्म करेंगे और लेंगे.
expiring contracts
Yeah,
in that
like
pool,
in Football
in
Manager.
that pool. Yeah.
गौतम
In that
सब
pool who
क्लब
are
की
there.
पनौती लगी है, सारे क्लब्स की पनौती लगी है रियल को.
अरे यार
Dude, I
ये
swear, man, like just buy players, ना? Like Joselu भी तू loan पे लाया है. David Alaba was a free transfer. Mbappe is a free transfer. Like
एम्बापे
apart
टेक्निकली
from
नॉट
Jude
फ्री,
Bellingham.
उसको दिया है, मतलब 50 मिलियन उसको दिया है
तो ये
नहीं
इसको
पर
भी तो वही कर रहा है ना, ये ट्रेंट को भी तो वही कर रहा है, तो
वही
ट्रेंट
कर
को
रहा है.
थोड़ा पैसा तो लिवरपूल को देना चाहिए. इट्स जस्ट रॉन्ग. ये तो होम ग्रोन टैलेंट है. एंड मैन दिस इज रियली रॉन्ग. लाइक एंड लिवरपूल आल्सो, लाइक हाउ कैन दे जस्ट लाइक लेट दिस रन फॉर सो लॉन्ग. इट्स रियली बैड.
Hey,
अभी
Salah 2-year contract,
Salah
no?
is
Now?
also, wait, oh, his extension, I thought Salah was going.
no, Salah 2-year contract has
Oh,
signed.
okay.
So it's
Very
like,
nice.
is it a 2 or a 2+1 option?
Two, I think two
2.
only.
Okay.
So
हाँ.
basically वही होगा,
Salah
effectively it'll be one more year and then they'll try to sell him. ऐसा लग रहा
तो
है.
ये
they
like
try to
Trent Alexander is like like just local boy, घर का लड़का like basically. तो
Yeah.
वो
It's
थोड़ा
like
loss है
वो
this
how
season.
the rumors were always कि Gerrard चले जाएगा Chelsea order, but then he stayed. But
हाँ.
we're not sure that he's going yet. No, I think maybe he's also holding out to get a better deal from Liverpool.
Give Liverpool should give, because this is a bigger loss if we just let him go for
वो
free. It's
कैसा
like
स्काउज
Star.
एक्सेंट में स्पेनिश में कैसा बात करेगा यार, नहीं चलेगा.
उसका
yeah.
फिर मेरे को
But
लगता है
that's why they've
वो
got Bellingham there, no, to translate.
but I have a good like I have a strong feeling that at like last time something like this happened, I think when Coutinho just left, when he was like the
Yeah.
centerpiece of our
No,
team.
but you got 162.
But
That
Coutinho
Coutinho
का
is the
इतना
reason
पैसा
you are
मिला था
winning
यार.
so much today.
That is true. That is true. But I'm
Yeah.
saying that what happened to Coutinho? Like he went from like absolute like centerpiece of a team to like like he couldn't really make it. Then though I will like
No,
root for that.
no.
But
I have a feeling.
that's the
I
thing.
genuinely think my feeling is that he's going to come here unless he's giving 16 assists every season. He's going to get booed for this defensive lapses because like we're now just one full top heavy team.
Good,
We're
good.
just attack, and if you score 3, we'll score 5. Chal, that's the game we're playing. What the fuck, dude?
Also, as a rule, barring Bellingham, how many English/UK players have done well in Spain in the big clubs?
To be
Beckham,
fair, Bale did
Beckham,
really well.
Bale did.
Bale
but
did
Bale
well.
got so much hate.
Toward the end, he was bad, but he's also
So won titles for
But
them fully.
that's like
yeah,
so. But so many have gone and failed.
yeah.
Oh
Actually,
my
you know
God.
what? Now the thing is turning a little bit, where like you have a
Bellingham.
lot. No, you have a lot of English talent in general going out. Like you have what's it? Kyle Walker is playing in AC Milan.
Milan, yeah.
Kylian Trippier went to Atletico and then came back.
Yeah.
Like
came back,
Olise
yeah.
and Kane are at Bayern.
Gallagher
Yeah.
is in Atletico.
Yeah.
Also, like what Trent का भी like going to Real Madrid is also like this is the best Liverpool can ever be in. ठीक है, इससे ऊपर है ही नहीं.
Yeah.
They're fighting for the title, Champions League में they are always in the mix. And all the other players, Gerrard and all, तो तब उनके पास तो कुछ था भी नहीं. And then they
Yeah.
stayed
Arey,
on.
we forgot Scott McTominay in title
अरे
race.
McTominay, yeah, is
वो
still
किधर
part
है?
of it. Napoli.
Napoli.
Oh, हाँ.
Napoli.
Dude, वही है कि एक McTominay को निकाल दिया, पूरा स्क्वाड क्लब ही क्रम्बल हो गया, dude. Very sad. But dude,
can't
what a
believe-
stat I
I
just
can't
found.
believe-
What a
what?
stat I just found. Ederson, Manchester City goalkeeper, this season has more goal contributions than Rasmus Hojlund. Ederson
Wow.
has provided 4
That is-
assists. Rasmus Hojlund
That is-
has scored 3 goals.
Oh, good.
Jesus.
Oh, someone's mentioned Tammy Abraham also is playing outside and playing well.
Roma.
Yes.
No, Roma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think इतना ही कभी Englishman बाहर earlier I think
जाता नहीं
Yeah,
था.
it would never
they
happen,
never
na?
rated. हाँ, they were like
Yeah,
ये
exactly.
स्पेन और इटली में ये सब टेक्निकल प्लेयर्स चाहिए, इंग्लिश
Yeah,
प्लेयर्स
yeah.
को नहीं देंगे हम लोग.
We just have heart.
Yeah.
No, by the way, speaking
No,
of
and they know
technical
it
players,
adjust also, no?
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. Language.
Yeah.
वो सब भी है.
अभी
बाकी
Duolingo
सब
But
अगर
वगैरह आ
तमीज
गया
से
है ना
स्पेनिश
मार्केट में.
सीखता है, ये लोग नहीं सीखता है.
हाँ.
Google
नहीं,
Translate
अभी
वगैरह भी है ना.
I think what happened is they just waited long enough till the whole world only started speaking English. So now they just go to places and they're like, "Hey, mate."
हाँ बट वही ना, ये
So,
लिवरपूल प्लेयर्स के लिए थोड़ा लिवरपूल न्यूकासल वाले के लिए थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है बिकॉज एक्सेंट इज डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड. तो
Yeah.
ये हम लोग का काय हम्फ्रीज के साथ भी इंटरेक्शन हुआ था वेयर ही वाज लाइक, लिसन, आई एम रियली टोनिंग डाउन माय एक्सेंट सो दैट यू ऑल कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग.
North of England.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was the
but
Newcastle. Yeah.
speaking of technical players, I must also say this: that dude, like, I don't know what has happened to Vinicius, but someone has like, I don't think he was the most technical player to begin with, but अभी तो और खराब हो गया, bro. Full deteriorate. Like he only runs down the wing and somewhat like finishes from acute angles. That's his USP.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know
Like, that's it.
Garnacho is playing for you.
Exactly. Dude, the number of missed passes, misplaced passes, just like poor take-ons. It's just so frustrating, dude. I don't know what is up with this. Like, I think, I genuinely think he needs to go to like a therapist, to a Naren kick or something, and just get over the fact that he didn't win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Just get it
Yeah.
out of his system once properly. Because
Or
I think he's still affected.
what you all actually need to do is that you all need to sign Rodri for next season. So you have Ballon d'Or also safe. You get one good midfielder to solve your problem.
इस साल कौन जीतेगा Ballon d'Or?
This year Rodri only won. Now this year who will win? I think Salah would be in with a shout.
साला तो बोल रहे चैंपियंस लीग से हार गया तो वो भी आउट हो गया वो रेस से.
Well, I mean, Barcelona से कौन है? I think Rafinha.
Rafinha is in with a shout. Yes,
a shout.
Rafinha is in with a shout.
Fuck Lewandowski, but also at 36 is really still banging them in. Like what great stats.
Yeah.
So good.
Actually, if Dembele wins the UCL, he could win it.
Dembele could be, yeah. So
Dembele
games
has a
that were
chance,
not
yes.
even.
He's had a 30-goal season.
Okay, chal, to play devil's advocate, if Arsenal won, then who would be the Ballon d'Or contender from Arsenal?
Or Declan? Bukayo?
Nobody.
Wow, Anirban, complete lack of diplomacy.
But it's
But
right.
your Odegaard types
Such
would
a-
not. Suraj Mustafi is the
Set piece
set piece coach. Who wins Ballon d'Or.
What?
Someone in chat, Suraj has said set piece coach wins Ballon d'Or.
To be
Very
fair,
funny.
they've actually not scored a lot of set. I mean, okay, I can't say this after Rice.
In
But to be fair, he
Lautaro
actually
also
did
in
this.
with a shout, huh? Lautaro Martinez.
Lautaro, yes.
But you saw the goal he
But,
scored
they
against
are,
who was it? But yeah, it was very good.
Bayern.
Yeah.
Pratiti has come in with Harold cannot win, please.
Harold is Harry Kane. Oh, wait, Lamine is there. Lamine we cannot discount.
No, I think
Subset.
between Lamine and Rafinha, the Rafinha is in with the better chance. But he'll be in the top 10 for sure. Lamine.
Yeah,
Top 5 also maybe.
interesting.
Shit, dude. Like
Possible.
what a terrible season. I'm sorry. If Rafinha
Liverpool
and
से
Dembele
DJ
are
who
your
have been
top two candidates.
Liverpool's top performers this season?
Salah.
Virgil.
हाँ.
Virgil and Salah.
Virgil भी, I think Virgil has been like very shaky actually.
Shaky.
Salah's carried them this year.
Salah was very strong.
Yeah, Salah would be a good fit to win it, considering.
Salah, but Salah was like, I think he was on course. Agar Champions League maybe we went to the finals or something.
Yeah.
Dude, I just hope Salah lands up at Al Nassr next season.
Hey, apparently ये Ronaldo कुछ मस्त crazy volley मारा ना 2 दिन पहले. Scored some apparently crazy goal where everybody, the typical hype train was like, oh my god, Puskas award confirmed. I was like, ठीक अच्छा था, इतना Puskas award जितना नहीं था. But,
Okay, I love Udbhav Mehta's comment. Is it in Tushar? What the fuck? The one time we can talk proudly about Arsenal, you're letting these guys waffle about random shit. Okay, so
Because brother, I am old Arsenal fan, so I know that.
got to stay humble, eh?
have to stay humble. अगली बार regret होगा फिर. This is like
So,
I saw that Tottenham comment. I was like, मत करो ये सब. ऐसा नहीं करने का. Don't
Arsenal,
say shit like,
अभी
are you
Madrid के बाद Arsenal को who are they facing?
Brentford.
PSG?
PSG.
PSG.
Yeah.
Oh.
नहीं, but PSG
As
अच्छा
in
खेल रहा है.
semi-finals में potential with PSG.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, PSG is playing very well.
Good.
Although we've beaten them in the season.
And
the
who Tushar, who would you want in the final? I'm just trying to jinx the fuck out of it.
I know this is going to sound
Barca.
weird.
But you want Barca.
I would prefer
For
Barca over
redemption.
Inter because Arsenal get fucked with fuck redemption. Arsenal get fucked with defensive teams. They play better against attacking teams. Inter will do that, and we played Inter once. They did that harami thing where they defended, and एक तुक्के का penalty मिल गया उन लोगों को और वो 1-0 जीत गए. That's the only loss.
Yeah.
That is
in the UCL that
most
Arsenal
classic
had.
Serie A way of winning.
With Barca,
I
no,
love-
Barca क्या
And-
होगा, you will either get humiliated 6-0 or maybe you will win.
Yeah.
But there is no middle ground. With Inter, you will pakka have this harami game where you will lose like 1-0 or something.
I love Sarish Nayak's comment. PSG Barca final and Dembele scoring hat trick.
Oh.
Oh.
But that was the thing. I was like, it would be amazing that Mbappe leaves PSG to come to Madrid to win Champions League. And that same season, PSG goes and wins Champions League. Would
It's
be
the Ibrahimovic
Yeah.
scheme.
Right. Also, the one thing I'm happy about is actually PSG is beating Villa because I don't want to face Unai Emery in the semi-final.
Oh,
If we make it to the semi, because उसको पता नहीं कुछ हो जाता है आर्सेनल के सामने. वो आदमी मतलब some
नहीं, वो
some
तो-
special powers come to him.
He just watches a compilation of every time he said good evening and how people mocked him. And then he's like, अब तो मैं कुछ extra master class strategy करने वाला
No, and then the pressure is on Arsenal, no, because fucking you can't lose to Aston Villa in the semi-final.
Yeah.
That would just be the ultimate humiliation. You can't live that down. Losing to PSG is okay. Losing to
Yeah, yeah.
Villa is not.
Okay,
I agree.
We have some super chats which I'll take for Anirban Liverpool related. He says, Siddharth says, guys, please look at the season. Salah is having 55 goals and assists, most goals in top 5 leagues and most assists. It's been the best individual player season by player since Messi. Hashtag Salador.
oh, very nice.
Hmm.
I think he has been very consistent on social media also. He has covered everything
Yes.
of modern footballer.
And also to
Also,
introduce...
You know what would be...
continue. Yeah.
You know what would be really
No.
funny is, you know how it's consistently happened with teams where players, before they have to get a contract, play the season of their
Yes.
lives.
And then completely give up.
अभी chill करेगा अपन.
It's called the Rashford effect.
Yes. Rashford
But
effect,
Salah-
Pogba effect.
Salah has delivered so much. Like every season he over delivers so much. Is Salah has there been African Ballon d'Or winner?
वो तो वही जीतता
Yes.
रहता है ना?
Yes, there has.
किसको मिला?
नहीं African Ballon d'Or मतलब
Oh, अच्छा, African.
winner
अच्छा.
I know.
अरे that guy, the
Roger Milla type कोई जीता है.
हाँ.
Raja Milla, George Weah.
George
George
Weah, I think.
Yeah,
George
yeah.
Weah I think has won. But that must be like 95, I think.
Ages
Yeah.
ago, ages ago.
Eight-
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Tushar, I have to tell you how I'm preparing for the second leg against Arsenal at the Bernabeu.
How?
This is it. This is our only hope.
Or it is
I am
GP to
preparing
referee
by-
as usual.
Are watch
I am
watch,
preparing. Sorry, go on.
watch corner taken quickly video.
But no, it's just it
I'm
would be like
preparing
see
by
the
assuming that
the thing is Arteta has
I'm
to
preparing
go
by-
out and attack. नहीं तो नहीं होएगा.
yeah, I know that's the fuck up. You can't. That's the problem also. No, you can't, because if you park the bus there also, they'll be like,
Yeah,
"अच्छा,
yeah.
ठीक है."
It has to
छोड़
be.
देंगे.
So उन लोग का it will go in that same way. So Arsenal actually main thing you have to do is avoid red card because referee will be told कि ऐसा at smallest form of contact card निकाल देने का immediately.
Yeah.
So
Arey,
this is
speaking of
that's
smallest
okay.
form of contact, did you see the Mbappe tackle that he got a red card for against Deportivo Alaves?
yeah.
Bro, for those of you who've not seen it, Mbappe, so some almost 40 minutes were on the clock. Real Madrid has scored, but Mbappe is having a horrible game because, as usual, we cannot create chances for Mbappe. So, गुस्से में आके, I don't know what the centre backs have told him. Something has gone through his brain. He has lost, like he's going after a ball, okay, a stray ball, and then he says, you know what, fuck this ball. He just looks at this player called Antonio Blanco. He looks at his leg and he's like, I want to break it. And he has just put his studs right on the guy's calf, like at the midpoint, right where it can snap. And he's just gone in, both feet off the ground. Horrible, horrendous tackle. Okay. And the thing is, it's such a bad tackle. He's gotten a red for it. Right after that, the replays cannot get enough of showing it to you.
Yeah.
They've shown it some 10 times. Then after you think it's gone, right? 3 minutes later, they show it again, but this time
Different
zoomed in.
angle. Yeah,
So,
everybody
ये
is
देखो,
saying that most
देखो.
likely he'll get 3 more games for that
Yeah,
violent
if he-
conduct.
So he will
Dude,
miss,
I
like I
feel-
was reading, he will miss the final of Copa del Rey or something, no?
No, I don't think it will transfer to cup competition. But dude, even in the league, we need every single man we can get to compete.
Yeah.
I hope. Wait, let me see if he's missing the Clasico.
वो एक और क्लासिक का बाकी है. अरे
Yeah,
तब तक
dude.
I will introduce Anirban to our Bengali Liverpool universe.
What?
Yes.
We have Bengali Liverpool characters who appear in our chat. First is the famous Liverpool manager Arne Slot ji, who says home top of the league थोड़ा lonely हो गया है. Hashtag you never walk alone. Then of course we have Dominic Shabu Baba Moshe, who says कोत्या दा तुम्हारा मॉडरिच नहीं चलेगा आर्सेनल हराने के लिए, जैसे तुम ट्रेंट को बुलाया वैसे हमको ले लो, हम राइट बैक खेलेगा, वास्केज इज द सक्स hashtag भालो मॉडरिच. So Dominic Shabu Baba Moshe every week comes to the chat to get Kautuk to sign him for Real Madrid.
Oh.
And Dominic Babu हम अभी ले लेगा. हमारा जरूरत है अभी. क्योंकि Kamavinga is also fucking last minute he gets a red card.
Yes.
Why? Why?
अरे
But वो तो
3-0
वैसे भी
down.
he was anyway out of the game next game. No, he had the yellow card.
No, but I mean now
Yeah,
Chouameni
he
will
was
come
going to
in.
miss anyway. So I think he
He was
just
gonna
wanted to
miss
get
the second leg
little
anyway.
extra rest. He wanted to get. And also we have Pratiti, who is also a very staunch Bayern supporter, who supports Bayern just like your dad, and she is agreeing, saying Das Gupta, Jeto, and I have same vibe. Hashtag Bengali vibe.
Oh man, tough, very tough. I think my dad could not do this with me. Okay, so he's doing it with Liverpool. That's why are
Just
you not
projecting.
perfect? Now, but dad wants Liverpool to be like a doctor and engineer. Like,
Yeah,
like
all three
follow-
together. Will not be happy until
Front
quadruple
three
achieved.
of doctor, engineer, lawyer.
Mane Salah Firmino.
Then we have Malone, who said 3 more wins required. Come on, you'll never walk alone. 3 more wins. Fuck.
Two.
Actually, now 2.
Arsenal ही बोल रहे two.
Hey, I must say this. I thought about this yesterday as I was watching the league standings after the United 4-1 loss. The fact that at the start of the season, everybody said, "Oh, Slot is just inheriting a team that's come from
Yeah.
Klopp, etc." Now, what is his contribution? But I feel like at this point, when you're in April of 2025, you have to also give a lot of credit to Arne Slot.
Yeah,
He, like
Yeah.
this sustained a success is not like
And also with
Uh,
like a reasonably different style of play. Like he incorporated new elements, but also kept a lot of the old stuff that was going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, it was like it's such a professional like turnover basically, transfer of like roles. Arne Slot like came in quietly. He worked for like I think a month before he was even presented. So he had like started his job, and like there was no announcement. We just knew Arne Slot आ रहे. ऐसा कुछ I think हुआ था if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then after some time suddenly he came up and gave a press conference like. No frills, no like celebration, just quietly. Very nice.
yeah, and even the fact that like your outgoing Klopp gets the crowd to say the Arna
Yeah,
Slot
yeah.
So good,
song.
so good.
They're so drama free. Like
Yeah. अच्छा
Beautiful.
था. Okay, let me
Very
s-
rare example of non-toxic football behavior.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
अक्षय बालिका said चावल का कमाल garnacho का बवाल. Oh, तो OP. दीपक रूपानी said आर्सेनल ने 2 फ्री किक में कर दिया स्लाइस बेंड इट लाइक बेकहम. वो गया टाइम. This is Declan Rice.
It was so beautiful.
Too
Those
good they
free
were,
kicks.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Those free kicks have, yeah, works of art.
It's-
And the only two balls that could have beaten Courtois.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Like,
someone
and
said
dude, that
this.
second one was just a side netting, dude. Oh, too good, yeah. It was.
And you saw the shot now where Roberto Carlos was sitting in the
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah,
Right after that, they
Look
showed
at-
Roberto.
yeah.
Also,
there
the
was,
annoying thing is fucking this Schneider. Studley's like, oh, ठीक है,
Yeah.
इतना अच्छा look नहीं था. अरे,
Wesley Sneijder, he's
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
let himself go now.
वो किधर है अभी?
वो
Retired.
वो chill कर रहा है.
mostly McDonald's में है. If you look at him.
Oh.
To complete
But he
this,
also made a valid point. He
Hmm.
made a valid point saying कि free kick, he said anybody who can bend the ball can do what Declan did. The thing that he was on target, accurate, etc., good. But the main issue was Real Madrid's poor wall.
which was
Which I-
also true, but yeah, let us not take credit away.
This is, yeah. मैं इतनी बात देखा है वो.
Yeah,
उनके-
yeah.
मेरा तो मन करता है कि कह दूं कि भाई अभी सीजन खत्म कर दो बस.
हो गया.
खत्म कर दो सीजन.
Call it.
मुझे और नहीं देखना है. Just end this. And just so nice. मैं इतने सारे और I've really enjoyed watching Madrid fan reaction. Those live stream reaction.
Oh, I saw one of them where they were like three guys.
And my favorite is it's like, oh, it's just one goal. It's okay. It's just one goal. It's okay. It's like, okay, two goals. It's okay. We'll score one and then we'll come back in the Bernabeu. 3 goals. It's like,
अरे
मतलब मॉनिटर तोड़ने वाले.
I think मैं एक इंडियन रिएक्शन देखा है. इंडियन रिएक्शन एक.
अरे इंडियन वाले तो और भी अच्छे हैं because they are extreme Hindi speaking reactions.
Yeah.
They are funny as hell.
कुर्तवा ने मार दिया
क्या कर
है.
दिया? क्या कर दिया?
हाँ, क्या कर दिया Declan Rice में चोद.
It's like watching a show at Laugh Store Gurgaon.
No, it was also this thing, dude. Like the fact that there was one guy. It was very funny. उसने एक Twitter पे डाला था video where you can just hear a guy he's got a Xbox console in his hand. You can see that he's playing FIFA, and you see that the video starts with Rodrigo taking a free kick against Liverpool and it goes in. Okay, and you just hear heavy breathing. And then the thing pans to the score line, and it's Liverpool 0, Real Madrid 301.
Okay, guys,
It's the
we'll need
content.
to wrap up because I have to do side
Yes,
pod
yes.
in 4 minutes. But
Yeah.
thank you, friends, for coming in. मिलेंगे. I will come and reconvene at least with Tushar next week to see what happens, good or bad, in the return
Yeah.
leg. So,
Oh my God.
yes, it's going to be fun. And also, guys, please check out if you're in Melbourne. I am here. Anirban is also here performing every day from now until Sunday. Sydney, maybe I have 24th, and Anirban is doing 22nd to 24th in Sydney with Uruj. So please aa jana. And any other things you have to plug, any other shows? I have added a second show in London for 31st May. So those tickets are also all there. Sub link in description. Anything else you need to plug? Anirban, Tushar?
No, just every Madrid fan, please find this book and read it. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes.
So every Arsenal fan, just enjoy your life until Santiago happens. And hopefully we can enjoy after all.
Dude, you'll win it. I'm not saying it as a reverse
it
jinx. I
feels
just
like-
don't think.
It feels like Ruben Amorim. I am watching this from a distance. Like what?
I'm watching this from distance.
निकालो यार ये
Nice to see this.
fraud है आदमी. सब player fraud है, manager fraud है, सब fraud है.
You know what I think is going to happen? I think in the second leg, we will not do a remontada. We'll do a remontada. We say goodbye to Champions League.
Okay. So I'm gonna quickly finish super chats in 2 minutes. You guys can drop off if you all need to. Chalo.
See you.
See you guys. Bye.
Yes.
To complete Deepak Rupani's chat, he said, Merino के गोल से हुए expose Galacticos. Madrid डूबा,
Yes.
बस उठे Ancelotti के eyebrows. Hala Gunners.
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh.
Anirudh Madhuri is given his fact. He says Jean-Jacques Tizi, former Ivorian goalkeeper, lost his testicle in a collision with striker Oguchukwu Obiakor, who had a 6-month knee surgery after this. Wow.
Oguchukwu. Wasn't Oguchukwu one of Real Chelsea's many Chukwus?
Quite possible. But I think somebody needs to do this to Onana also, but not with testicle, with something with brain cells to increase hand-eye coordination and all of that. Pratiti is saying, should I stop watching football? Pratiti, don't worry. It's just 2-1. Comeback is still possible. And Bundesliga, so you will win only. Paul Kamar says, met Kautuk yesterday again. इतने बार मिल
yes.
चुके हैं. I think it's high time that Kautuk adds me to his friends WhatsApp group. Also, what has this flick done to my club? Which he says with heart, which is, yeah, flick is flicking it like anything. Varun Ramesh says, United are 3 points off 17th. If the bottom 3 were half decent, there will be decent chance for relegation strap. I agree, dude. I was just saying that relegation ho sakta hai, but now it doesn't look.
Dude, you guys should buy Liam Delap, I feel. 30 million release clause.
Yes. Who knows? Yeah, with relegation could happen. Alvish says, fair that Baba has decided to prioritize cricket career. We need Chelsea representatives so that we can discuss Chelsea's failed transfer policy and how disastrous football has been. अरे तुम लोग अभी भी third आ सकता है. Enjoy करो life. It's still good. Aditya Madhuri again said, if Arsenal wins UCL, it will be a bigger achievement than Liverpool winning 20th PL. I would think so, yes. Also, petition to make Tushar permanent member of POV2. We will conduct auditions. End of season scouting is going to happen for new permanent member, hopefully. Nitin Prabhakar says, apparently Dean Huijsen is very interested in Madrid, but Madrid isn't. Who do you think next, Kautuk? Also, thoughts about Iraola being potential next hire.
No. To answer the Iraola question first, no. You can't make. He needs an interim club in between that's higher than Bournemouth, lower than Madrid. Prove himself there, then come to Madrid. You can't go from. I feel. Can't go from Bournemouth to then telling Mbappe what to do. It will be a little mismatch. And Dean Huijsen, I'd like him. I'd like to see him at Madrid. Why not? Spanish bhi hai. So why not?
Okay, gotta run through the next super chats because I'm 1 minute late for SidePod already. Ashit says Arteta brought his own rice and must Madrid ka fried rice banaya. Mbappe ke आंसू sake समझ के भी पी गया. Saka and sake समझ के भी पी गया. Very nice, good word.
But there was an image of Madrid players at kickoff after the second goal, maybe I think it was, or the third goal, where just rampant cluelessness on faces. Just standing, hands on hip, going like, yeah, क्या करे अब?
Abhinav Jha says if Chelsea wins Europa Conference League, then Chelsea will be the only club to complete football. How many can say that? Hashtag Jackson Hagu, hashtag Sancho Pancho, hashtag Hot Power. Okay. Yeah, which is true. They will have the complete set. Alap Butch says Madrid still has 85th minute important player referee as sub. I think it's going to be tasty. There's going to be one big refereeing decision that's going to happen. It's going to make it very exciting.
I hope so. I think the most cruel thing would be to, like what Anirban said, 3-3 and then lose 4-3.
Yeah.
Or crueler would be to get to 3-2 and then not finish it.
Okay, Nitin Prabhakar says, stopped watching United before Ten Hag was sacked. Doubted Amorim. City game was the first game I watched since then. We were bad, but I felt like inko football aata hai. Wasn't the same viewing Ten Hag games. See, the problem is now that he manages to get them to play okay against the big teams. But anything that is not City, Arsenal, Liverpool, वो नहीं होता है ये लोग से. So it's not really about coaching and football with these players. It is about finding somebody who mentally gets them to perform. So it's much more than that. Rajarsi.
What do you think of Harry Amos?
ठीक है.
Yesterday.
Okay. Also very young kid being thrown in, has to grow physically a lot. Luke Shaw is back now, so make of that what you will. Rajarshi says someone get Bauer to play in goal for United versus Leon. Anyone will do at this point. Then we have Aman Rohela says, "Bhai, Arsenal se kaun harta hai? I love Ancelotti, but the team needs a coaching change. Also, Vinny won us 2 UCLs. He can have underwhelming half season, which I suppose is fair." Arey, Mr. for
Yeah.
ADG. Ruben Amorim aka Bappi Lahiri says, "उड़ी बाबा ADG डा हमको प्लीज ले लो, हम मिष्टी राइस लेके आएगा, आर्सेनल से हम क्वाड्रुपल जीतेगा." I will convey this message to Anirban personally.
Oh,
And
Amorim is also Bengali
yeah,
now.
Amorim.
Amorim.
Uncle Ankit Chauhan says Madrid 5-1 Arsenal. You heard it here first. Oof.
Oh, I
Oof.
love, but he said 105,
Ars
1
anal.
Ars anal.
All right. Okay, chalo. I have to run to start SidePod. We are running late for that. So thank you,
Yeah.
friends, for tuning in.
Uh,
Please come check out live shows. Kautuk, what do you have to plug?
I don't have to plug anything except this podcast. We are doing it at an earlier time.
Yes,
Usually we do it
please
at 10. It's
likes.
8. And there's the IPL. So do hit the like before you head out.
Yeah.
And drop in a comment saying, drop in a comment telling us what you think the scoreline of the Real Madrid Arsenal game is going to be at the Bernabeu.
Yes. And if you have nothing to say, bas ek rice ka emoji dal do.
Oh, shh.
Yes. Okay, chalo. Thank you, friends. See you all soon. Thank you for watching the 4.
The 4.
The 2. And if you are into F1, fadafad aaja on SidePod. We're starting in a minute there. Okay, chalo. Goodbye.